Good morning, everyone. It is the 16th of March, and I just wanted to give you guys a little history update for today and tell you some fun facts and just a couple things. So, here we go. So, today, the fun facts for you are today's American Chocolate Week. So, go stock up on all your Hershey's bars. You might need them this week. Also, today is Termite Awareness Week. So, if you have termites in your house, please get attended. Save those around you. Also, today is Wildlife Week, so support your local wildlife. Yay, coyotes. Um, Today is also Lip Appreciation Day, so thank you. I love the fact I have my lips because I can talk, so this is awesome. Also, today is National Artichoke Hearts Day, so if you enjoy artichokes, go buy one and cook it, eat the artichoke heart, and enjoy it. I enjoy mine in fake butter since I can't have dairy, and also mayonnaise every once in a while with a little bit of garlic, just to spice things up, give a little variety to life. Anyways, let's get into actually what happened today in history and not talk about some random facts, even though those are cool and funny. So today in 1751, James Madison was born. James Madison was one of our greatest presidents. He was also considered the father of the U.S. Constitution, and he also helped draft the Bill of Rights. He was also the Secretary of State during the time of the Louisiana Purchase, so one of the bigger purchases in U.S. history that forever changed the landscape of America, right? That was a huge deal. He also wrote some of the Federalist Papers, which I thought would be interesting to read one of them to you. So it's Federalist Papers 51. This is James Madison talking in it. I think this is interesting based on what's kind of happening in the world today and how government's involved and how the people have a voice and what the role of the people is within government, right? So let me just read this little quick short thing, and then maybe I'll just have some questions for you, and you guys can post them on my YouTube live channel, and I'll also post this on Facebook too, so you guys can comment as well. So in Federalist Paper 51, James Madison writes, "It may be a reflection on human nature that such devices, checks and balances should be necessary to control the abuses of government. But what is government itself, but the greatest of all reflections on human nature? If men were angels, no government would be necessary. If angels were to govern men, neither external nor internal controls on government would be necessary. In framing a government which is to be administered by men, over men, the great difficulty lies in this. You must first enable the government to control the governed, and in the next place oblige it to control itself. A dependence on the people is no doubt the primary control on the government, but experience has taught mankind the necessity of auxiliary precautions." So, with everything that's going on and the government's role in society and governing those with the consent of the governed, how is government's role in what's going on currently in the world? What is their limits? What is their balance? How do they stop um, and make sure that they're not impeding rights, but also protecting the general public? So that's kind of my question based on the Federalist Papers: is what role does government take during situations, struggles, wars, pandemics? What do they do? What is the role of government, and what is a limit of government during that time? And what is a necessary limit that we set as the governed for the government? So that's my question for you guys. So you guys can respond. Please let me know, and I can bring some of your questions up tomorrow when I post another video as well. I didn't do the live feed today because I had some technical difficulties with YouTube, and for some reason you cannot do the live feed unless you sign up for it 24 hours in advance. No idea. Cool. Thanks, YouTube. But we'll just figure it out tomorrow and just roll with the hiccups and go from there. So the other fact I have for you guys today is this. Today in 1935, Adolf Hitler disobeyed the Treaty of Versailles, which called for him to disarm. Well, he disobeyed that in 1935 and went ahead and started rearming the German soldiers, which was a catalyst led directly to World War II happening. Very interesting that this occurred, and this was definitely an event that helped World War II start and become a big thing, right? Because Germany started rearming all of its soldiers, disobeyed completely what the Treaty of Versailles asked them to do. A really interesting step by Hitler here, and basically taking that drastic step that would take them down the road of trying to conquer Europe and thrusting the entire world into World War II. Interesting. Other question I have for you today, because this has been kind of on my mind. Before I left on my break, my students and I were discussing the Black Death, and it was interesting that the Black Death was happening or we were discussing at the same time as what's going on in the world right now. So during the Black Death, there was a really amazing things that actually were still happening. The Renaissance was continuing to happen. William Shakespeare was writing all these masterpieces while his family around him and friends were dying. He was able to do that. So this is my question for you guys. During times of struggle, we often see amazing works come to fruition or being. During the Black Death, William Shakespeare wrote amazing works that forever changed our world. Do you believe that during times of struggle, the best of humanity can come out, right? Such as, the Renaissance started in the 1300s. The Black Death was rampant throughout Europe during that time. But we still had all these amazing people that were doing amazing things. Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, Gutenberg with inventing the printing press. These are all people that changed the world forever. At the same time, something terrible was happening, and they were creating these awesome things. So does struggle or difficult situations often lead us to see the best in humanity, while also sometimes seeing the worst too at the same time? Kind of what's going on right now with toilet paper and people's rationale towards things they're purchasing, right? We see the negative side, but also can we see the good? And do you think a type of renaissance will come out of this from the world based on what's happening today? So I hope you guys got my questions. Feel free to respond to them as you're watching the video. I would love for you guys to shoot me back some more questions so we can dig deeper into things, and I can bring these things throughout the rest of the week and the rest of the time we're schooling from home. So thank you guys for listening in. Keep your heads up, and also know today is actually no selfie day. Don't take selfies. We don't need any more in the world. There's plenty of selfies. All right, take care.